Hi everyone! In this video, I'll share with you a sample birthday script that some of you have requested me to create, but I'd like to give you a heads up that this script might not be the one that you really expected because scripts vary depending on the flow of the program. But I still do hope that you can get a few things from here that you can use in the script that you're currently drafting. So let's go to the script now. So let's start with the greeting. Some people are privileged enough to celebrate their birthday the way they plan it to be. But for most, seeing every member of your family in good health condition is the only thing they could ever ask and wish for on their special day. Family and friends, welcome to the birthday celebration of Anna. So after the greeting will be the opening prayer, and just to give you an idea for the opening prayer, or just to give you additional tips for the opening prayer, you can do it via multimedia, like if you have projector at home and a screen, you can select a video of your choice and you can show it to the people for the opening prayer. If you don't have any projector, if you don't have that kind of resources, because I know that's also kind of very expensive, you can download an audio of a prayer, then you can play it while people are listening, praying together. Or if not, if you want, you can also have a person who will really lead the opening prayer. So let's go back to the script. Before we formally begin our simple and short program, may I request everybody to please stand for the opening prayer. So after the prayer, please be seated. Ladies, gentlemen, children, good evening. And then you'll wait for the response of the audience or the guests. And if their response is not really that energetic, then you can do it again. So again, ladies, gentlemen, children, good evening. Wow, I like that energy. That's it. That's what I am looking for. So after the opening prayer, maybe you can have an intermission number. So since this is an intermission number, that really means you have to know the flow of the program by heart. And also, you need to inform the people who will give their intermission number or their short presentation ahead of time so that they can prepare. You also need to let them know when they need to get ready for their presentation. Now for the intermission number, I've actually prepared here two scripts. The first one will be for a dance presentation. That is if it's a dance presentation. If not, if it's a song, then I also have it here. Now for the dance, it's going to be the blue one. So if somebody will, or if a group will perform a dance presentation, then you can use this script, the blue one. So let me read it first. To help us get energized as we transition to the different parts of our program tonight, as a starter, let us be thrilled by the dance presentation of the XYZ boys. Let us give them our loudest cheers. Then after their presentation, you can probably use this script. Wow, thank you XYZ boys for that nerve-breaking performance. How I wish I had those grooving skills too. So that is your adjective here, like the nerve-breaking performance. It depends on the performance of the dancers, of course. You can use different adjectives, but if you like, you can use this one too. Now, if it's a song number, you can probably use the script. As we transition to the different parts of our program tonight, as a starter, Let us lend our ears to Sheila and be mesmerized by her golden voice. Let us give her a resounding applause. And then after her performance, wow, thank you, Sheila, for that extraordinary performance. You are so lucky to have such talent and confidence. So it's going to be the same thing. For the adjective that you're going to use, it depends on the performance of the person singing. You can use extraordinary. You can also use other adjectives. You can probably search on that. Now, after the intermission number, you can probably have your first game. And this is just actually a sample game. And I just wanted to share a short script about the game here. And again, you can plan the game ahead. You can choose any game you want. But one more time, this is just a sample game. So to add for your script, you can do it like this. This time, let's keep our energy burning. We have prepared a number of games for everyone. The first game will be participated by the children. I need 10 kids to be in front, please. And then once the 10 kids are already in front, let me quickly explain the mechanics of the game first. So kids, please listen carefully. So first, you have to form a big circle. All right, can you form a big circle? Good job, kids. Now second, look at what's in my hand. So I have a box here. So by the way, inside the box are candies, chocolates, gums, etc. But do not inform the kids what's inside the box. Later on, you'll know why. So once you've informed the kids what's in your hand, so let's go to the third instruction. So kids, once you hear the music, you must dance and pass this box around. When the music stops, the person holding the box will be out of the game. And the last one dancing and standing wins. So that means you have to be alert in passing the box around. Are all instructions clear? So wait for the response. Perfect. Let's have a trial first. Are you ready? Okay, music please. So after the first game, that was a very exhilarating game, kids. You all did great, but John really stood out. He really paid close attention to passing the box. Now let's ask John. John, how was the game? And then John responds, great job, John. Give me a high five. Now, are you excited for your prize? Then wait for John to respond. Here is your prize. So you hand over the box used in the game. Open it. Okay, so that's for the first game. Now after the first game, you can continue with game number 2 or the second game. You can probably also use this script. Just a while back, we adults are having so much fun watching the kids play the game. This time, it's our time to shine. So let's have our second game. This will be participated by 10 adults. Any volunteers? So this is just, once again, this is just another sample game. You can always select or choose any game you prefer. And then let's assume that 10 adults are already in front. Before I will explain the mechanics of the game, let me divide you into 2 groups. Each group will consist of 5 members each. You can do counting off like 1 and 2, or you may want them to choose their members, so it's up to you as the host. Ates and Kuyas, here are the mechanics of the game, so please listen carefully. So first, I will be giving you scenarios. Then you need to portray it in front. I think you already have an idea what this game is. Then second, you have 30 seconds to discuss among yourselves and 30 seconds to display the said scenario. So that means as a host, you have to be alert in preparing a timer. You can definitely use your phone though. Third, when I say freeze, all members of the group should stop moving. And lastly, the group will merit a point based on the audience choice. So every after scenario, you can ask the audience as to which group performed well or performed better. You can ask them by clapping their hands. Let us say, okay, who's in favor of group 1? What about for group 2? Okay. And then once you have given all the mechanics or all the instructions, you can continue with the script. Are all instructions clear? Wonderful. So let's begin. Now here are sample scenarios. You can definitely, if you wanted to include this kind of game in the program, here are sample scenarios that you can use, but you can definitely create any that you want. So first would be paint me a picture of a boy being circumcised. Second, paint me a picture of a woman delivering a baby. Third, paint me a picture of a long queue in a public restroom and you all have call of nature. Fourth, paint me a picture of a wedding ceremony. And fifth, paint me a picture of people in the beach or pool. Alright, so after game number 2, you can continue with the script. Thank you, Ates and Kuyas, for all your participation. I didn't know there are many of us here who are aspiring actors and actresses. You all entertained us very much. Both groups actually did well, but one did beyond what was expected. So, congratulations to Group 1! Please claim your prize here in front. Now, as for the prize, you can probably give each one a souvenir mug or a souvenir towel with the face of the birthday celebrant. And then after game number 2, once it's done, once the prizes are given to the winners, the next part of the program would be a message from the parent. Any of the parent, it could be the mother or the father, or it could also be the siblings, any of the siblings. Now let's go back to the script. At this juncture, let us pause for a while from all these entertainment and give our full attention to Mrs. White as she delivers her message for our birthday celebrant. Then after the parent or the sibling gives the message, what a heartwarming message you got there for your daughter, Mrs. White. Truly, our parents only want what's best for us. We might not be able to understand them sometimes, but I'm sure someday when we become parents ourselves, we will. All right, so the next part of the program would be prayer before meal. Whoa, I just noticed that the mood of everyone suddenly changed to being serious after the message was given by Mrs. White. Well, I'm sure the next part of our program will keep your mood back on track. Why? Because this is what we are all waiting for. It's dinner time. Let's not wait any second. Let me call on Bob to say the grace. So after the prayer, or after the saying of the grace, will be the singing of the happy birthday song. You can lead the singing of the birthday song, or you can play an audio. At this point, let me call on our birthday celebrant to be here in front to blow the candle. But before that, let's all sing together. Folks, sing with me. And then later on, the blowing of the candle. And maybe you can add an ad-lib like, what's your wish, Anna? And then after Anna or after the celebrant shares her or his birthday wish, then he or she will blow the candle. Then after that will be the dinner. You can also include this script. For the smooth flow of our dinner, let's begin with table number 1, followed by number 2, and so on. So that really means the program should really be prepared ahead, and also the setup. Like if you want, you can add numbers to every table so that it won't be messy during dinner time. And then after the dinner, you can have your game number 3. Now we're back. How is everyone? Are you still with us? That's great to hear because we still have our last game. So for the last game, actually, I just didn't add any here because you can probably search on a different game that you wanted. And you can do the same thing with game number 1 and number 2, like you explain the mechanics of the game to the players first, then you can have a trial to ensure that everybody understood the instruction or the mechanics. And then after the game, it's time for the party. DJ, music please. Then after the dance, at this juncture, let's have our birthday celebrant to give her message. And after the celebrant's message, in behalf of the people gathered around here, I would like to extend our sincerest appreciation to the White family, especially to you, Anna, the birthday celebrant, for inviting us and allowing us to celebrate this momentous event with you. My heart is also full when you chose me to host this simple yet worth remembering program. Thank you for the trust and also for the food. They are very delicious. I hope I can bring some at home. Just kidding aside. And then this time, let me call on Mr. White for the closing remarks. And then after the message of the father or maybe another family member or a sibling, thank you, Mr. White, for that encouraging message. But you can definitely use another adjective such as thoughtful, inspiring, or wonderful, depending on depending on what's the message given by the person. And then lastly, thank you once again, everyone, for celebrating Anna's birthday with us. Keep safe and going home. Have a great night, everybody.